come to this country, and Japanese Zen came here, then Korean Zen came here, and before Korean Zen came, Tibetan practice came, which includes meditation. The Tibetans are very much into meditation, but they're also very much into study and ceremony, kind of like the Tendai in Japan and China. They have strong meditation practice, strong study practice, strong ceremony practice. And there's something attractive about that. They try to keep the balance. But, some Tibetan monks kind of go the ceremony way, and some Tibetan monks go the meditation way. So you've got a lot of different stuff happening that everybody participates in. But Americans were attracted to Zen, and they were attracted to the spontaneity of Zen. They were attracted to the simplicity. They were attracted to structure. And Japanese Zen is extremely structured to the minute detail. Right, Steve? Yeah, down to the atom. And so the anal retentives really had some place to go. And Tibetan was nowhere as structured as that. Didn't mean they didn't know what they were doing. Of course they did. But they were a little more relaxed. And they liked to party. They liked bright colors. They liked loud noises. So the people, certainly a lot of people that were on drugs in the 60s went to Tibetan, but a lot of those went to Zen too. They went to Zen to try to keep that kind of experience without taking the drugs. Unfortunately, a lot of the people who went to Tibetan continued to use the drugs until some Tibetan teachers got real tough. The Tibetans didn't realize what these Americans were doing at first. It was just outside of their experience that people would do a religious practice and use escapist methods while they were doing it. And when they woke up and realized that pot was just common, through these people and everything, and other kinds of drugs, LSD and all that, then they started hammering on them. But in the beginning, I don't think they even got it. They just thought they were really weird Americans, I think the Tibetans thought we were really, really weird in the beginning anyway. And, of course, the Koreans come, and their Zen practice is very similar to Japanese. Of course it's different. Robes are different. Food's different. Approach is a little bit different. They're not quite as anal. But they're really tough. So you get a little relaxing here and you get a little toughness over here. And the Chinese, which are not a strong presence. A couple Chinese masters have come and set up temples. And the ones that have done it, they're just really tough guys. Tough for the sake of being tough. But they attract people that need extreme discipline. And so the smorgasbord is kind of laid. And those two forms of Buddhism are really what Americans... Now, Theravadan school has arrived in disguise. Theravadan monks are here, but Americans don't really take advantage of it very much because in Theravadan countries there is a strong notion that to practice Buddhism is to be a monk. Now, that's not the way it's actually done, but there is this intellectual notion of that. The monks simultaneously are acutely aware that without the lay people they starve to death. And I mean literally starve to death. They are acutely aware that the Sangha is made up of 4 groups of people, monks, nuns, laymen, and laywomen, and that they have to have those lay people there. Because of the rule they follow, they normally don't handle money. They would not buy property. The lay people have to be there to do these transactions for them. But the big impact we've had with Theravadan teachings in this country are lay people who went off for a year or two to the Orient and studied. Some of them became monks, for a year or 18 months and came back and started teaching meditation, and they have set up really Theravadan meditation centers around the country. Some of these guys are old now, and there's a special flavor there. And it's a great place to go if you want to talk about it, because they talk a lot. A friend of mine, a Zen priest in Madison, Wisconsin, would regularly go and attend Vipassana meditations because he just wanted to get a retreat in, would come home and tell his wife, "Oh man, I don't know about these guys. They never shut up." Because they'd meditate and then they'd talk about their meditation. Where in Zen we don't normally talk about our meditation, except with the teacher. We'd meditate and then we just try to carry that into the everyday world.